guys, welcome to the Tars 37 Day review, and this which is the Super Mario Bros. Movie Mario. So really cool, really blessed to say this thing is awesome. We got a nice curved view of Mario in box there. We have some artwork of him. We have the Mario logo on the side. We have this picture of him here, and then this code that's been on every box that I've seen for all the toys for this movie. Now on this side, I think it really kind of like starts to feel like, hey, this is different than the standard Jakks-Pacific Marios. Typically, those action figures are around $8, and this one is now $20. You got the logo here, and on the side, you got a couple different things. You can see it has realistic eyes, premium details, and 16 points of articulation. This is not your typical Jakks-Pacific Mario action figure, and I think the packaging really highlights that. And you know, on the website, when we found out these were going to be around $20, like everyone was like, but I think once you kind of get into this and once you see this, you can kind of see why. This is not like a standard Mario made by this company. There's the UPC if it helps you find it, and we'll go over that a bit more as we go into the Mario itself. But yeah, let's look at it. So here we have Mario in his one accessory. I do wish he had more and alternative hands for the price, but that's just my personal opinion. And Mario looks great. Now, he is 5 inches tall, which is a whole lot taller than the previous Marios made. Personally, it doesn't bother me that much because I was never too into the 4-inch line, but for people who've been collecting it for years, I can see why they're upset. And detailed, wow, look at the mustache. Look at that. That thing is detailed. The hair, the hat is beautiful. It has stitching on top of the M. And look at this. It's got creases. Like, it's actually on the guy's head. This is, I pointed that out on the 2-inch Mario. They, like, also include these creases on the hat. And it just looks so good. The hair looks good. Everything is clean and crisp. Like I said, this is not a standard Mario from Jakks-Pacific. And the eyes might be the best thing on this. So what they've done is they painted the eyes, and then they put a piece of plastic over the eyes. So the eyes look real. Like, it actually looks like it's moving. Like, it's not moving, but it looks real, and it looks really good. And I think the reason they put these plastic in, I think it's because if you have the 2.5-inch Mario from the cart that came out recently, the eyes look flat, and obviously you can tell it's a movie Mario, but if it didn't really have all the special detailing, I'm not sure you could really tell that, versus this one where the eyes pop out, and it just looks more alive, more like a movie. And speaking of stitching detail, it's all over the man's overalls. It's got like gold, it's got creases and wrinkles, and I think the glove that I'm about to show you here as a perfect example of how detailed it is. It's got some lines there, and then when you flip it around, you can actually see where there's a crease where it's like his hand's actually bent. He's got a gold button there and stitching detailing going down both legs, and he's got treads. He has treads on his shoes. I wish there was a peg hole, but I love the treads. I think that is really cool. And Mario himself just looks great. As for the plunger, it's pretty basic. Like I said, I wish they include alternative hands because these are $20, or at least, you know, some other accessory, like maybe a hammer. I don't know if he's going to have a hammer in the movie, but either way, it's cool, but could have been more. You got a 360 at the head. You can look up and down. You got 360 arms, swing out the shoulder. You have single joint elbow and a 360 rotation there. You have a 360 at the wrist as well. The torso can move, it can go backwards and forwards, and then the legs can also kick forwards, and they can kick outwards a little bit, as well as they can rotate. So that's very nice. You do have a single joint there at the knee, and the feet move up and down as well as go side to side. You could probably get more articulation out of him, but I am kind of like, especially in torso, it feels like you could do more, but I don't want to break it. But overall, he's got a lot more articulation than any Mario figure probably ever made by Jakks-Pacific. And that's a really good thing because Mario does jump around a lot in the games. Personally, I've never really cared about the previous articulation from the 4-inch wave. I don't really care about those as much because I just kind of stand them up. But I've always felt like those are really kind of like less of collectibles in my opinion, or less of action figures and more collectibles, where this one's more of an actual action figure. And I will say, like with that previous Mario just showed, the height difference isn't much different from the 2-inch line, but this one just towers over all of the 4-inch figures. So like I said, even though I don't care about it that much, like look at Luigi. Luigi is shorter than Mario. That could be a big problem for someone who has collected pretty much all of these. Like, you might want them to go together, and that's just not going to work. And you could probably put, like, some of these characters together, but it just, like, when Mario is taller than Luigi, that doesn't work. Like I said, it doesn't bother me, but I can see it bothering some people. And here's him with the Koopalings. But overall, my final opinions on this is I think it's really good, but I do feel like with the articulation and the detailing, this is more of like the Marvel Legends or DC Multiverse of Mario figures, you know what I mean? I feel like this is really meant to be an action figure. I feel like it's meant to be something you can play with, you can move around, you can pose, you can take pictures with. And I'm not saying the previous 4-inch Marios, you can't do that. It's just because they're kind of limited, I think that kind of hinders it. And I do think that's one of the reasons they went to 5 inches, because I feel like because of how all those are molded and they're smaller, they just can't articulate as well. So I think they kind of went with a larger sculpt so they could do that. Again, it's annoying for people who And like I said, I just never really got too big into collecting these, so it's not a big deal for me. But for people who have a whole bunch of these, I can understand why they're upset. But I think the new size works for Mario because you can just move him around more. You can take better pictures with him. Like I said, he jumps in the games a lot, so obviously it makes sense that you want to have him with more articulation. And yeah, it feels like a premium Mario action figure. You know, it feels like the Marvel Legends of Mario, and that's kind of cool. So thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.